Today, we are talking about why social media might be hurting your business instead of helping it. It's easy for one to believe that you have to be on social medias, post every day, engage constantly on every post. At least that's how most people think it works. And it feels like the only way to get seen. And that's if you're not on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You probably don't even exist. I stopped posting on social medias completely over a year now. And I mean, no LinkedIn, no Twitter, or similar platforms. And I watched my business grow faster. So either I got lucky or everything we think we know about social media is totally wrong. And I'm not saying this because I read it in the newsletter. I'm saying this because this is my story and I've seen what works for me and what you can learn from this. Because I see a lot of you depending on social media for growth all the time. And I wouldn't blame you because I was once like you. Now I spent years chasing likes and comments like everyone else, and then whenever I look at my analytics at the end of the day, turns out that the content I was killing myself to create was bringing in almost zero customers, and the real growth was coming from somewhere else entirely. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what happened, how I did it, and where I moved my time and energy. I'll show you the difference between push and pull marketing, why long-form content builds trust faster than anything else, and how to build a marketing engine that works for you 24/7. Let's get started. Now think of marketing in two areas, push and pull. Now push is what happens on Instagram, TikTok, and most of LinkedIn, where you create something, you push it into your feed, and then you hope it lands in front of the right person. It is not you who controls who sees it. It is the algorithm. And even if people do see it, that content has a shelf life of maybe 24 hours or less, and then it's gone. So you wake up the next day and then you do it all over again. It's like a treadmill where you're running constantly, but you're not really going anywhere. On the other hand, pull is different. You see, platforms like YouTube and Google are not really social medias. They're more of search engines. People don't go on YouTube to scroll aimlessly, knowing fully well that YouTube is not like Instagram where you watch shorts over and over again. They come on YouTube with a question already in their minds that they want answers to, like a problem, something they need solutions to. Now when someone finds you through search on Google or YouTube directly, trust me, they are not passively killing time. 90% of them have high intent. They want what you have, and when they trust you, they are far more likely to buy from you. Now here is where a lot of founders get tripped up. These days most videos go viral on short form reels, and on TikTok a 30 seconds clip with quick cuts and trending audios. But have you ever asked yourself this question? When was the last time you spent $1 on a software tool because of a 30 seconds dance video? Probably never, because trust is not built in a 30 seconds short video. Trust is built when someone watches you explain a complex problem, walk through a real solution, and then answer the hard question they've been struggling with. And that takes time. When you sit down and you record a 15-minute video breaking down a pricing mistake you made or a customer retention strategy that actually works, what you're doing is you're doing something that most people will not do, and that's already a proof that you actually know what you are talking about. In a world that is flooded with AI generated blog posts and the copy-paste gurus, demonstrated expertise is always the rarest thing online. It is the most valuable, and it is worth investing time and effort on. Here's a simple framework I used. I call it the trust triangle, and it has two sides to it. One, you need to know exactly who needs your help. Two, you need to know exactly what they want. And lastly, three, you need to know exactly how to help them. Step number one is most crucial and very important, and most founders, including entrepreneurs, tend to skip this, and they try to talk to everyone, which means they basically connect with no one. And these are what really matters in order to grow your business. When you get all three right, you will now begin to see growth happening immediately. Now, how do you actually achieve this? Start with creating one video for a specific person where you use words they use. You answer the questions that they type in directly into Google based on search trends. Trust me, YouTube algorithm appreciates this, and I mean that is basically what they were built for. When YouTube algorithm sees and understands a video that is specially made for founders struggling with customers growth, you will notice that YouTube starts showing your videos to more people searching for how to get more leads. But it happens when you are consistent. And at the moment, people will start liking your videos, they watch more, they comment, they subscribe. The algorithm gets even more confident. It pushes your content to even more of those people. Now, I know this because I have had several channels in the past, and many of them have gotten to the level where people find my video by search trends. Now, let's move on to the next part, the problem with big audience. A lot of founders want 100 and 1,000 followers by any means, and they think that this is the goal. Well, you need to understand that a big audience is not the same as a profitable audience. Now, we talk to founders who have hundreds and thousands of followers on Instagram but are barely making ends meet. Why? Because their audience are broad and shallow. It's full of people who followed you for just one random post and never really cared about the rest of your post. These are the window shoppers, and they are not buyers. What actually works is what I call the micro universe. Now, a micro universe is a small, tight, focused and targeted group of people who all shares the same specific problem. They all want the same specific solutions, and when you position yourself as an expert in that circle of individuals, you become the only logical choice. Here is an example. A SaaS marketing as a topic is a broad subject, which means too many people, too many noise, because there are so many strategies and principles which are involved in marketing a SaaS product. But a B2B SaaS founder trying to get their first 100 users with zero marketing budget is a good and a narrow topic targeting specific people, and that's a micro universe. It's small, yes, but it's yours, and the people that are interested in that topic will actually pay you when you stand for one thing. And that's exactly the same as targeting the right people instead of creating content that does not solve a problem. Now, when it comes to money, I am very conscious, and I always ask myself these questions. Is this content actually making me money? Most people never ask these questions to themselves, but they could track a like and shares they get from a post. They could even celebrate when a post gets about 500 likes or a million subscribers, even when they know they will not get paid from those likes. Those are vanity metrics. Now, these vanity metrics are monopoly monies. They look impressive for a moment, but you can't actually cash them out. Now, I used to be like this some months ago, but when I realized this, I started tracking things differently. This time, I put UTM links on everything. I asked every single new lead. I get some more specific questions like, where do you hear from us? And honestly, the answers were painful. Turns out that the content I was exhausting myself to create on social media was generating almost zero customers, and almost all my paying clients were coming from YouTube search and my email list. And that's when I realized that I wasn't really building the right audience. I was doing otherwise. Now, on to the next part. Own your audience or risk losing everything. Now, this is the most important part of the video. So if you've not gotten anything so far, pay attention to everything I am going to say from now on. Now, platforms will change over time, algorithms will change, but your email list is yours forever. Now, I've been online long enough to watch platforms rise and fall, and I've seen creators with millions of followers lose everything simply because an algorithm changed or a platform simply shuts down. But don't let this be you. Every time someone watches your video, your job is not done, okay? You don't stop there. Your job is to invite them into a place you actually control. You know, something like an email list, a newsletter, a community on Reddit or Discord, which you own. Give them something valuable, like a checklist, a template, or a case study, something that solves a small piece of their problems, and in exchange they will give you their email. Now, in this case, you have a relationship with them that no algorithm can take away from you, and that's how you build something that lasts, not by chasing the feed, but by building trust with real humans, one at a time, on your own terms. Now, let me leave you with this. Social media is just a tool, but right now, it's a tool that asks for more and more of your time while giving you less and less in return. Companies that have grown to a very big business today post less than many creators out there. They don't even chase likes, followers, or comments. Instead, they build trust through deep and valuable content that people can search for using keywords and tags. So here's my challenge to you. Number one, pick one search-based platform you can stick with for the next 20 days consistently. YouTube and Pinterest are a great fit for this. 2. Define your micro universe. Find one specific person, one specific problem that they can't solve. 3. Create a piece of long-form content that solve that problem. 4. Drive everyone who watches your video as a funnel, directing them to your website or community on Discord or WhatsApp, and get them to leave you with their email for more of your content. Now do this consistently for 6 months and then come back to your analytics, and I promise you this result will surprise you. If this video has helped you so far, please hit the like button because it tells YouTube to show this to more founders who need to hear this. And also subscribe to my channel. I make videos like this every week, reviewing everything I know, and I don't beat around the bush here. Okay, I tell you what exactly is happening, my experience as a founder, giving real value and systems that works. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you still grinding on social media? Is it working for you? Or if it is, then how did you do it? Tell me in the comment below and I will read every single one. Thanks for watching. Now, go build your micro universe.